All right, what's going on, guys? Good morning to you. A little bit of a different stream than typical for me. We're just going to be talking today. Not actually going to be playing any video games. No, not playing zombies. We're going to be talking zombies. So that's why things look a little bit different today. So sorry if that's not for you. And if you do like it, then you're welcome. Guess. So it's morning time here for me. I'm having my coffee. As you can probably hear in my voice, I'm just getting going. I've had one sip of coffee so far. I got up. By the way, I'm just going to if you're watching this as a VOD later, you can probably skip ahead like 10 minutes or so. I don't know. But I'm just kind of letting the notifications roll out, let people realize actually that we're live before I actually get started with what I want to talk about today. But if you are in the chat right now, you can see there's some big news. We're going to get to it in a second. But yeah, I woke up to... my sleep has been all over the place. I was up very late last night. I actually started playing DMZ last night. Thank you, Monkey Lover. Which one? There's the one on your screen, the main screen, part of my Twitter page there. That's Sandy. And then if you look below on my YouTube page, my avatar on YouTube, or right next to the chat where I put in the chat there, my little avatar there, that's Rusty. But thank you regardless. So yeah, I was up, I don't know, till 3:30, 4 o'clock, something like that. My sleep's been all of them. Thank you. I appreciate it. Dogs are the best, right? Like, I mean, what's better than a dog? There's literally nothing. Dogs are the best things in the world. And whatever, I couldn't, and then, like, I got to sleep again at 3:30, 4 o'clock, something like that. Very, very late for me. And my body was like, oh, I guess we're just taking a nap because we don't normally go to sleep at this time. So I woke up at 7:30 or something like that. I don't even remember what it was. But then shortly thereafter, and then the reveal just happened yesterday. I played through it last night myself. I made a couple of guides. The new weapon, by the way, that you get that you unlock by doing part of the mission from the reveal event, the Shadow Siege event, is super easy. I put a video up on a quick tutorial. The video is like 2.5 minutes long if you want to check it out. It is super easy to get. So if I literally not played 1 second of Warzone for this entire game. I did not play 1 second of DMZ for this entire game until yesterday, last night. And then I did the event, and then I started actually playing through some of the first missions of DMZ because that's what we're getting this year, and we're going to get to that in a second here as far as what we're talking about with what's coming up for Modern Warfare 3. So I had a chance to play through it. But anyway, it's super easy to do, and you can watch that video for like 2.5 minutes, and you will absolutely get it done. Like, you can die over and over and over again doing that event, and you're fine. You can keep coming back. You don't have to worry about any of that kind of stuff. So, and it's very easy to actually accomplish. You have to take out 5 commanders is that part of the mission to unlock the weapon itself, the M13C. Electro, what's going on, man? Yeah, I've seen you in the comments section, though. And I was, I've been making the videos and being back live a couple of times since then. But yeah, it's been a bit. Anyway, so all that, blah, 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 I couldn't sleep. I'm thinking of all these things that's running through my head. And once it starts going, like, you just can't stop. And then, however long ago it was, David Vonderhaar, this is the big news of the morning, by the way. David Vonderhaar just announced 20 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago, that he is leaving. He has left Treyarch. Bruce Dog, what's up, man? Last some real zombies news to talk about. Yeah. I mean, we're not making things up now. It's we've got facts to actually just to go over. I haven't been in your lives in a long time, but don't worry. I still get your polls and stuff in my feed. We're going to go over some of the polls as well. But, yeah, Trap World, what's up? Thank you. I appreciate it. Appreciate the sub. And, by the way, if you're here, just drop a like real quick. It helps me out big time. It takes you just like 0.7 seconds to do it, and it literally costs you nothing to do. So you're helping me out if you choose to do that. Thank you. So David Vonderhaar announced this morning, 30 minutes ago, whatever it was, he has left Treyarch. He's already apparently involved in another game as we speak, like as we sit here right now. So he announced it, hey, I'm gone from Treyarch, and I'm also working on this other thing already. So my first thought, very selfishly, is, hey, Jason Blundell just left his studio, Deviation Games, that he created. Him and, he was the co-head, him and another guy that used to work at Treyarch, actually. What are the odds? Because, what was it, in BO4? David Vonderhaar was the head of Treyarch, and then after the success of MW3 Zombies, Activision, or whoever is in charge of this stuff, put Jason Blundell as co-head of the studio at Treyarch. So for Black Ops 4, it was Vonderhaar and Jason Blundell as co-heads of the studio at the time. But wow, congrats on 12K, man. Huge milestone. Thank you so much, Electro. Yeah, it's been a very exciting summer so far. It's been pretty great. So thank you for that, man. I appreciate it. So my first thought, again, initially was, oh, how awesome would it be if him and Blundell are getting back together and putting something together? Because Zombies is my main thing, obviously. That's what you're here for. That's why how you found my channel. That's what I do. That's what my channel is. But I also like to play Call of Duty. I like to play multiplayer. That's where I started, and then I got into the zombie stuff later. And actually, BO3 was the first full Call of Duty that I played, like from launch. I bought Advanced Warfare was my first game that I played, like the multiplayer and everything. But that was like this time of year for whatever. So like the game had been out 9-10 months by the time I actually got around to it. So Black Ops 3 was my first full game. I bought I pre-ordered it, got the beta code, plugging it in, all that kind of stuff, and getting ready to go. By the way, we're gonna go over that in a little bit. A couple of things I wanted to cover as far as just some of the polls. Speaking of Electro, the polls on my channel that I've been putting up here, and like what you guys are actually thinking as far as, are you going to buy it? Are you just flat out refusing? Whatever. We'll get to that stuff. But so anyhow, there's not much more news than that, other than Vonderhaar has announced he left. Immediately, Treyarch put out a statement like, hey, thanks so much, man. It's been 18 years, 8 games he started with. Let's go over it right here. He started with Call of Duty 2, the big red one. These are all the games that he worked on. Call of Duty 2, 3, World at War, the original Black Ops, the whole Black Ops series. From Black Ops 1, if you count World at War as part of Black Ops as well, that's up to you. But through Cold War and up until apparently today or yesterday, or if he's already in the middle of something else. I don't know if he's in the middle, but if he's already part of something else that he's working on, I'm assuming he's actually left and was waiting to make the announcement. They wanted to wait until after the reveal for whatever reason. They didn't want to detract from that. This is, I'm guessing about that stuff. I don't know, obviously. I have no connections whatsoever. But it's just, Treyarch to me is the best studio of the three. It's not that I don't like the other ones, but as far as their multiplayer goes, and obviously the zombies, I will swear up and down, and I'll tell you guys till I'm blue in the face forever. IW Zombies is a great zombies game. Period. It just is. And it was their first attempt. I love it. I absolutely love it. As a whole, that was their only zombies game as well. I think Lee Ross and his team did an amazing job, and it would have been incredible to see what they could have done with a little bit more experience under the belts and going forward for a part 2, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But whatever, that didn't happen. Lee Ross is no longer part of the studio. A lot of the people that worked on it are no longer part of that studio. Paul Rubens, obviously we know, passed away recently in the last couple of weeks, who played Willard Wyler in that. But overall, as far as multiplayer goes, Treyarch has been my favorite. Infinity Ward's Time to Kill is just way too fast for me. I don't enjoy it. It's like before you even know you're in a gunfight, you're dead. So once the gunfight starts happening, it's over already, whether you're doing the killing or someone's killing you. So I've never really enjoyed that part of it. And Sledgehammer made Vanguard Again, I mean, I started with Advanced Warfare. Like, again, it was at the very end of that life cycle, but that's where I started. And I enjoyed Advanced Warfare. I still think it's fun. Exo Zombies, yeah, to me, not so much. And we were having this conversation in the last stream just a couple, 2-3 days ago, whenever it was. Some of you guys really like it. I love the idea of it. In practice, I think it was a massive failure. The game was all about punishing you rather than rewarding you. It was taking away your exosuit. The whole kind of fun part of Exo Zombies is having the exosuit, but we don't want to get into all that. But I enjoyed that multiplayer. It's a little bit chaotic, a little bit hectic, a little bit kind of crazy with the double jumping, but they were, the innovators of that. They started that like, hey, and then the next year, BO3 comes out right here and just crushes the advanced movement. You might not like advanced movement, but of the 3 games that we got, I think 95%, 99% of the people would agree that Black Ops 3 did it the best. And then, of course, BO3 Zombies is amazing. I mean, it's the gold standard. Not to mention, I mean, that's even before you even get to Zombies Chronicles. I'm just talking about the main game. Was incredible. BO4 gets way too much hate, and I think part of the reason is because of the blue screens that happened upon release. It's a massive failure. But if you step back from it and look now, at least all the Chaos Crew maps, I think were pretty goddamn great. I just played through Dead of the Night a few days ago on the channel. I've been playing, doing like dabbling, doing a little other things, kind of for short videos and doing that kind of stuff. So I've been playing 9 and did the Easter egg again on that, and just hopping in and out of other things real quick, and it's good. I don't really care for the Ether Crew stuff in BO4, the remakes. Really not my thing. Alpha Omega is, I think, no. But anyway, this is his exact statement here. This is from David Vonderhaar. And it's very quick, as you can see. After an incredible 18 years and 8 Call of Duty games, I am moving on to explore new opportunities. More here. That's his LinkedIn page. It just says what I already told you, that he's already he's staying in the video game industry, and he's already working on another thing. He can't talk about it yet. I'm sure there's non-disclosures and blah blah blah, whatever. It doesn't matter, but. He's gone, so it's very strange. He literally is modern Treyarch video games. I mean, he just is. He's been the head, at the studio for 18 years. He's been the head of the studio for forever, man. So it's when you lead from the top down, the kind of that your attitude, your feeling, your desires, what you want things to be. It's comes through in the work. So things are gonna change. It's gonna look different going forward. How much different? I don't know. I'm a little worried. If you guys have ever seen interviews and stuff with Vonderhaar, he's a little kind of sharp and a little bit like in your face. And with Cold War was kind of, if you look at it's kind of like this was the best here ever, and then it just kind of like they got harder and harder and harder with the BO4, like more steps, things to do, whatever, adding elemental zombies or whatever, and then it's like, hey man, we have to be nice. Everybody gets a trophy, so Cold War is gonna be nice and easy and calm. And now he's leaving. It's kind of like, is he? It's just kind of like, well, was he thinking like, maybe I don't want it to be so nice and easy and calm. Maybe it should be a fight. Maybe you should have to try. Maybe you should have to put effort in. Maybe you should feel rewarded at the end of the day when you finish, like actually complete an Easter egg. And it's not just like, oh, no big deal. I barely paid attention. I didn't have to because, it's so easy. But I don't know. That's just something that just popped into my head. Okay, so here is a more full statement that he put out. Today, I'm sharing that I have left Activision and Treyarch after an incredible 18 years and 8 Call of Duty games. To my coworkers at Treyarch, I am immensely grateful for the time we invested working to improve our craft, never sitting on success, and always wondering how to improve what we design and how we produce it. Thank you to the Call of Duty community for your passion and enthusiasm. That energy has often fueled our determination as a studio and individuals. I will always be grateful for the opportunity to interact with so many of you directly online and in person. This energy will always be a massive part of me. I am staying in the games industry, working on an undisclosed project I can't discuss yet, but I'm excited about a rare and unique opportunity. I'll update you as soon as possible. Vaughn. Eric, what's up, man? How you doing this morning? I played DMZ last night, Eric. We're going to go over that in a minute, but yeah. Anyway, so Vonderhaar has left. That is his full statement. And again, Treyarch put out a statement immediately afterwards saying, like, hey, man, love you. Thanks so much. Best, going forward. Until I hear otherwise, I'm going to hold out hope. In my mind, it's Vonderhaar and Blundell working together in some mystery cave in Santa Monica or something, or maybe it's over in England, and who knows? I don't know. But for me, forever, until proven otherwise, it's, like my dream combo back together again. Creating a first-person shooter and zombies, or at least some kind of puzzle mode game, whatever, so... that's what I'm hoping for. I don't know, man. It seems like a lot. Like, I mean, Blundell didn't just leave Deviation, but that was like a year ago now. But I don't know, man. Did I do solo infill? Yeah, I'm gonna get into all that stuff in a minute here, Eric. But yeah, I'm so excited for Zombies DMZ. All right. Well, we're gonna talk about that. Treyarch, farewell to the legendary David Vonderhaar, whose discipline, creativity, and innovation helped shape our games from COD 2, Big Red One, to Cold War. His iconic phrases and groundbreaking ideas will be missed. Excited for your next adventure. Thank you, Vaughn. And then, of course, this is what I was talking about before, the M13C, which, Eric, did you unlock the M13C during the Shadow Siege event yesterday? It's super, 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 super easy to do. Really easy to do. This video here, it's the latest thing on my channel. If you go to videos, it's a 2.5 minute video, something like that. You can get it done. Trust me, you can get it done. It's very easy. You don't even have to get the kill. You can just do a little bit of damage, and you take credit for it as well. Okay. So, what do you guys want to hit first? You want to actually just go over? I just watched some streamers yesterday. Oh, okay. All right, let's go. Let's do this. All right, so I'll probably grab it next time I'm on. Yeah, you have only until the 21st, so you've got 3 more days. I mean, 2 to keep it tight, but it goes through the 21st. The connections I have on Modern Warfare 2, by the way, can somebody please... I hope you guys have the same... I mean, I hope you don't have the same experience, but at the same time, I hope you do, because I don't know why it would just be me, but I can stream here, and my connection's fine. I can play Halo Infinite, and my connection's fine. I can play Zombies, online Zombies, and my connection's fine. When I play Modern Warfare 2... whether it's multiplayer, and oh my god, for the reveal event last night, and I didn't do it during the active time, like the most active time when it just went live. I did it last night. I'm rubber banding all over the place, man. It was getting damn near unplayable. I had to just put my controller down for 2 minutes at a time and just wait for it to stop, and for me to reconnect and get back onto the map. It was horrible. And I tried to play the multiplayer a little bit with that M13C just to check it out. It's really good, by the way. And it was the same thing. It's the connections on Modern Warfare 2 are so bad. And I'll tell you, more than anything else, if it's the same way for Modern Warfare 3, I don't care what the Zombies mode is. I'm going to fucking hate it because I won't be able to really play. It's been a big issue with multiplayer for me all year. The connections. It's terrible. It's so bad. And it's not like that for any other game I play. It's not like that when I'm streaming, anything else. So it's not my connection. It's their servers and how they put things together. I don't know, but it's awful. If you exfil with it in DMZ, you can unlock it too. Worst case, I'll have a friend give it to me in DMZ to exfil with. Yeah, I mean, you could definitely do that as well. It's super, super, super easy. Just to, just you want to do the mission as well, the Shadow Siege mission, because you get the calling cards, you get some unlocks for doing that as well, and it takes you 20 minutes. It's again, you can die as many times as you want. It doesn't matter about dying. Don't worry about that. None of that matters. Just do the mission. Okay, so this is coming from Margwa Network. COD Zombies News. This was Noah J put out a video yesterday. He was invited to Treyarch along with J God and a host of other people. Modern Warzone was there. Whatever, all before. I don't know how many weeks before the reveal yesterday, but they got to play multiplayer a little bit. They did not play zombies at all. They weren't allowed to ask questions really at all. It was just a presentation. But one of the guys at or girls, I don't know, gals, women. Sorry, I'm sexist, racist. Talk to Noah apparently about this is what you can expect. These are some of the things. This is how it's kind of gonna be basically in the zombies mode at from Sledgehammer, not from Treyarch. If I said Treyarch, so we're gonna go over this, and then there's a little bit of an update, like kind of everything we know so far. So this is what zombies is going to be in Modern Warfare 3. Okay, this is no longer. We're kind of guessing, unless they change it drastically from now until launch, which there's no way that's happening. This is what you can absolutely expect. Okay, and it just made me think of my biggest worry, and I'm going to write it down so I don't forget, because we're going to get to it in a minute. Okay, so it's going to be the DMZ map. Now it's a new map. It's going to be the Warzone map, and oh god, I saw it. They saw the outline of it, and it looks like a current map, but not the current Warzone map, which is what Al Mazrah, right? It's going to be that, but whatever. It's a big map. It's a Warzone map. And it's going to be, it is DMZ, but it's with zombies, okay? So there's going to be 4 squads made up of 6 players per squad. Now, I'm a little bit iffy on this. This might be 6 4-player squads. This is where it's getting a little bit kind of twisted. The only thing that really I have questions about so far is this. Is it 6 players in 4 squads or 4 players in 6 squads? Ultimately, it's not really going to matter because, well, we'll see, but you are not fighting other... When I say humans, I mean other real players, okay? So you're not playing against other... It's not PvP in any kind of a way, even though you'll have a squad here, there's going to be another squad over here, another one over there, another one over there, another one over there. You guys are not fighting each other. I think what it might ultimately end up being is there's a race, there's one main Easter egg on the map, let's just say, just for a quick stupid example... In the center, you all spawn in on the outskirts of the map like you do on DMZ, right? And then in the center of the map, there is the ray gun, the golden ray gun. That's what you want to get, and that's what you want to exfil with, so now you have that in your inventory. And it's a race to see who can get there, get it, and exfil with it, so per squad. So that might be the only kind of head-to-head kind of action that we're seeing with PvP stuff. Other than that, they just happen to be on the map at the same time as you. I don't really understand why. I think I might understand why. We'll get to that, though, I guess. So you're going to load in, right? And then on the outskirts of the map, again, that's where you load in. You're going to be facing off against AI. They're going to be some standard AI, guards and stuff like that. They're people. They're alive. And then there will be some regular zombies as well, strewn about on the outskirts of the map. There is an ether storm. So you can think of everything what's been in Warzone since Warzone started, was Fortnite. The storm closes in, circle, kind of, gets smaller and smaller. It's not gas this time. It's an ether storm because zombies. Okay, I'm going to adjust how I'm sitting here. Oh, my God. Let me get comfortable. I'm going to start getting worked up and mad the more that I'm thinking about this. I'm not really... I'm trying to keep an open mind about this, but I have very, very, very bad feelings going into this. So I'll try to keep an open mind. Let's just deal with the facts as they are right now, okay? So anyways, so yeah, as the storm starts, or as you start moving in, regardless of the storm, but the storm will be closing in, just like Warzone, just like DMZ. As you start getting toward the center of the map, you start running into harder and harder enemies. So it's like more zombies or armored zombies. And then you go into like the mini bosses. You've got, it could be mimics, manglers, panzers, megatons maybe. I don't know. It's kind of, well, we saw in the picture, the only official picture that has been released for zombies so far has been the mimic. Like, it's a different mimic than we're used to. And apparently this story takes place between Modern Warfare 1 and Modern Warfare 2, which is modern, it's current, it's present. And of course, Cold War was back in, the game I'm talking about, not the entire Cold War, but the game, Black Ops Cold War, was what, 86 by the time we left it? 87? Something around there. So it's going to look a little bit different. But they're really, it's one of the things that makes me think like, they're not really putting anything new in. We have mimics. Why do we have mimics 30-some years later? I don't know. Because we had them before, and this was never meant to be a real mode for this game. Something you have to keep in mind as we're going through. Let's just go through the facts. Let's go through the facts. So then, the world is full of secrets, meaning there's going to be little side Easter eggs. There maybe will be like a bigger Easter egg. Not sure exactly how that's going to work. Juggernaut is confirmed, so it's going to be just like with DMZ, the stuff that you exfil with. Like Eric was just saying, like if he doesn't get the M13C doing the special event, he can hop in with a friend or find it on the ground there, grab it, exfil with it, and now it's in his inventory. You can put it in your insured slot or whatever. So it's going to be the same thing with all this. There will be a ray gun. I think it's the 1.0 ray gun. There's going to be perks like Jug. There's going to be, I think, as far as I know, there's going to be like wall weapons and stuff that you can buy as well. I don't expect those to be like the good weapons. I think they're just going to be kind of standard issue, like wall weapon stuff that you would find on Horizon Draco or D Machine or something like that, or any of the other maps. Like a typical Zombies map. So if you exfil with like Jug, now you have Jug. So the next game you go into, you're loaded in, you've got Jug on. I think it's going to be the same thing as far as like, I think armor will probably work the same way. I think like you probably have a backpack, the same kind of a thing. So you have a small one, the medium one, if you can get yourself a large one, all that kind of stuff for the more things that you can carry. I don't know as far as because if you go back to Cold War, it was like the Ethereum upgrades, the Ethereum crystals. Initially, with all of your stuff, you could, whether it be weapons, perks, your field upgrades, blah, 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 blah. You could upgrade everything, right? But you had to, go so many rounds. You had to beat Easter eggs. You got, flawless Ethereum, refined Ethereum, regular Ethereum crystals. I think in this game it's going to be maybe just points rather than Ethereum crystals or anything like that. You're going to get points just like DMZ, the cash that you exfil with that's now in your, kind of your stash. And now you use that cash to upgrade your guns, to upgrade your perks, to upgrade all your stuff, right? That's a guess. That part of it is a guess on my part, how that might work. Mission submaps has only your squad. It's more of a linear mission with a cutscene. Okay, so So I mentioned the initial map, like when you load in, it's either the 6 squads of 4 players or 4 squads of 6 players. I think that's still up in the air. I've heard so many people confuse the two that I don't know which one to believe. I tend to think it's going to be 6 squads of 4 players because it's always 4 players. We never go like 6. So maybe they changed it. I don't know. It would seem kind of weird, to be honest with you, if they did. But so when you load into that initial map, right? Let's say it's Vondel, right, that you're doing on DMZ. You get onto Vondel, and then there is a particular mission that you and your squad are working towards. And if you are able to complete that mission and exfil successfully, that leads to can lead to. It's not like every time. I don't think it's every time you exfil with completing a mission. It's like specific thing. Think of the raids like it's a very specific thing. Will lead you to another map where it's just you and your squad trying to like beat the Easter egg, beat the boss fight, or something like that. It's going to be much more like step by step by step at that point, rather than being an open world DMZ kind of map where you can go through buildings, just search, hunt, find things, do all that kind of stuff. Once you go into this kind of sub map stuff, that's like the more focused, difficult, like boss fight type of area. Very, very difficult. Okay, so that's that part of this, and it'll have a cutscene. So that's like, again, the boss fight kind of boss fighty / you're doing the Easter egg of, I don't know, man. We'll see. I don't know. I think it's, honestly, I swear it's just going to be DMZ but zombies are on the map. I don't think they're making it. I don't think this is a true zombies mode. I think it's DMZ and they're like, fuck. We haven't given these guys anything good since Cold War. Can we do something? And then they're throwing zombie shit in there. Honestly, I don't mean to sound negative about it. I'm trying to stay positive. And I will be honest, again, I started playing DMZ last night, and I was enjoying myself for the most part. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. I definitely don't know about a full year of this stuff, man. Different contracts and side missions. Like I said, it's the exact same thing as DMZ is now. There's all kinds of contracts for you to do. Some of them are very quick and easy things to do. You like find this particular gun, kill 5 guards or whatever, and then exfil. That's the whole mission. It's going to be stuff like that. There is a 1-hour time limit, by the way, that you can be on the map at one time. You cannot just get in there and just hang out and do your thing and whatever. There's going to be a storm moving in, and you've got 1 hour, and you have to exfil or die. And that's it. So I don't love that either. Again, it doesn't feel like, well, whatever. That would be me speculating. Let's continue with this. Full story ties to Treyarch storyline, confirmed to be tied to Modern Warfare as well. It's connected to the Ether storyline somehow, the Dark Ether storyline. How? Don't know. How precisely? I don't know. Is it going to be like Vanguard technically was connected to the Cold War storyline? Strauss used to talk about the doctor from the 40s, and I don't remember his name because Vanguard was terrible, and it's not worth remembering. Strauss from Cold War talked about the Vanguard guy back in the day, that blah, blah, blah. He was this guy that worked on this stuff. And then we saw that guy's, in Vanguard. Like, it's a very loose connection. Is it going to be something like that? I don't know. Is it going to be more direct? Is, Richtofen going to be there? Is he the director still? Because, again, he was the director in Cold War at the end, but that was in 87. Again, this is current day. Like, I don't know. Something I was going to say I'm positive they wouldn't do, but I'm not positive they wouldn't do anything at this point, man. I love that Zombies is confirmed. Well, it is not confirmed, and it's not Zombies. Zombies is confirmed. It's coming. It is confirmed. But I don't know. Like, I would say they wouldn't give anything away. Like, hey, 30 years down the line, 35 years or whatever it is now, like Richtofen is still with the CIA, or this is where Samantha's at now, because that's supposed to be the danger of where we left them in Cold War. Like, but maybe they don't make it. You know what I mean? Like, so hopefully they don't do something stupid like that. But hey, you never know. 3 levels of human AI. There are strongholds. This is DMZ. Throw some zombies in there. That's it. There's nothing more to it than that, really. You can use schematics to have permanent upgrades and temporary upgrades. Blueprints, like, type stuff. Okay, so, and this is like the kind of summation of everything we know so far. Let's just burn through this, and then I'll kind of go over some of my thoughts and concerns and whatnot. Outbreak and DMZ combined. It's really not Outbreak and DMZ combined. It's just DMZ with zombies thrown into it. Extraction based. You can extract things like perks or special items such as a ray gun and use it in your next games. Outbreak styled? No. This is wrong. I think flat out wrong. Rounds are played on a massive map with side objectives, contracts, and more that progress the map difficulty. Well, I shouldn't say it's wrong because we haven't actually been in it yet. We haven't seen it. We're not going to get a reveal for the zombie stuff. I'm guessing till September. It could be October. It could be tomorrow. I'm guessing somewhere probably mid-September to October, though. I don't really trust Treyarch when they do zombies for other studios. Well, Vanguard's a completely separate. I'm going to get into that in a second. Yeah. Frine? Is that what you say? It's Sal Frine? I don't want to mess up your name. It's all Frine. Like it's all fine, but it's all Frine. I kind of like that. I'm going to get into that in a second, actually. Because I agree, and I'm worried that we're having that same kind of situation here. I don't think it'll be as bad. Nothing can be as bad as Vanguard. Let's be honest. Story is in between Modern Warfare 2019 and 2022, like I mentioned a second ago, and is about Terminus outcomes. I think it's Terminus, and then should be a small O there, but I don't know. A mercenary group trying to weaponize Ethereum by starting an incursion. I'm worried about the replayability. Yeah, we'll get to that too. 60-minute time limit. Near the end, the Ether Storm will push you towards an exfil. Much like I had a situation last night where I was playing DMZ. I was playing solo. I got taken down by whatever, and I did the whole plead for help, and a guy came and picked me up, and he had saved another guy, so it was like a 3 of us squad now. Now we're hunting other people, and the time was running out. Like we had a minute and a half left, and then the exfil zone, the nearest exfil zone, was way the hell away. So I started running my ass off, like trying to get over there, and I'm running past the stadium, which was where one exfil zone was, but it was like it's covered in guards, and it was like right at the edge of the storm. So now I'm hauling ass to go to another one, and the storm is pushing me, and I've got to put my mask on and doing all this stuff, and I just made it literally with like 5 seconds left because I don't know, like I last night was the first time I played DMZ, so that's why I will be playing it a lot more going forward because in a couple of months, it's going to be my job to do that. But I don't I would assume if you're still on the map when the timer ran out, you're dead. I mean, so I left my team behind. I was like, "Fuck you guys, I'm out of here," because I just got like a three armor vest and a medium backpack, like from a small backpack. I'm like, I'm going. I don't know what you guys are doing. I'm going. And I barely made it out. It was actually kind of fun, but at the same time, it's like, Anyway, Transit 2.0 would be great. Yeah. Oh, okay. So that's the whole Ether Storm pushing you towards an exfil kind of a thing. That's what I was talking about there. 24 players in total, 6 teams. See, again, is it 4 teams of 6 or 6 teams of 4? I think it's going to be 6 teams of 4. Almost positive. No, the more I think about it, I'm almost positive. Just the size of the map, why would you just have 4 teams on that? It makes sense to have 6. Plus, squads are always 4 teams, whether it's been zombies, whether it's been, Outbreak, Warzone, DMZ. It's always 4. It's never 6. I don't know why. I think it's going to be 6 teams of 4. That's my guess. Either that or it's 4 teams of 6. We will see. Zombies and human AI will be around the outskirts. Near the middle, there will be tougher zombies, mimics, abominations, etc. I already went over that. Stronghold, similar to DMZ. Not similar, fucking same. With there being 3 tiers of human AI. So that's like, there's just the regular guys that are out front that 2 bullets and they're dead. Then you've got the armored guys. Then you've got like the super jacked up armored guys that just bullet sponges is what they are. And they have the Juggernaut and all that kind of stuff. Story missions progress the storyline. The story is told in 3 acts, with the end of each act having a sub-map that only your squad loads into. Okay, so, again, this is kind of what I was talking about when you're doing the missions. Like, there's going to be just your standard missions, like, hey, go get this gun, exfil with it. Go get this perk and exfil with it. Zombies related, right? Stuff like that. And then there's going to be like the main, I think kind of like, again, like kind of the raids are now. It's like that's the story part. So once you do that, if you complete the first part of it, then you go into the submap, and now you're trying to, progress and finish that part. When you do that, if you're successful, it will be hard, but if you're successful, then you get the cutscene and all that kind of stuff. Much like it is right now, DMZ. Mystery box, pack-a-punch, buy stations, ammo depots, etc. all return. Okay. World is full of secrets, just little stuff. I mean, the world in DMZ is full of secrets now. I got the when I was playing through it last night, I got the comic book with the Attack of the Radioactive Thing guy on the cover. It's like, hey, man, that's my buddy. Described by Treyarch as being extremely difficult. I mean, for whatever that means. That's just complete nebulous nothing. Schematics. I read that as schematics, like schematics. Schematic system allows for both permanent and temporary upgrades. So in the match, it's like you could go from having a single pack-a-punch gun to a double pack, or like the permanent is like you go from red level bottom tier to like when you do the super Easter egg in Cold War to having like an epic level or legendary level or whatever. So that's kind of that stuff now. As far as like that's what we know. Oh, is this the map? I didn't even see this. The Modern Warfare 3 Zombies map takes place in the Middle East with desert terrain. By the way, I am sick of desert stuff. Like I want to be done with it. I hate how the look of it. It's just terrible. For me, other people I'm sure absolutely love it. I don't like it at all. However, it's a relatively similar layout to the rumored Los Alamos map. So I think it's basically like what we've got now. So that's as far as like what we know, like the information that we've got so far. DMZ is very replayable for me. Transit 2.0 would have been great. There's also a final exfil that appears when the initial 3 get enclosed in the gas. Outbreak was so good, but I disagree with having the Warzone health system extremely difficult. Sure. Yeah, I mean, well, okay. So, as far as things go, I think Outbreak was fine. I think it was a good first attempt. I think it was far from being complete. They had the first 2 rounds of the game were so boring. You could do it with, I did it the other day. We did the Legion boss fight, and the first round or 2, I'm looking at chat over here and I'm playing my game over here. It's just not difficult. And then you do all the steps for an Easter egg in 1 round, and then in the next round you're in the boss fight. Like, that's not that fun. And then again, because it's objective based, you're in a loop of do the escort step, do the satellite step, do the HVT step, and then repeat. So like going for high rounds is just repetitive, boring, like mind-numbing, I don't want to do this. So they needed to find something to change. Now, okay, where I sit, why I'm worried, I'll say that, because I am worried about this. Now, and again, I did play DMZ last night, and I'm going to play it. I'll play it more today. I'm going to play it going forward. I'm going to get myself very familiar with it because, again, this is the Zombies mode this year, so I need to be familiar with it. And again, it's not that I had a bad time playing DMZ last night. I enjoyed it. Okay. So my whole thing is, and it's fine. You mentioned something about it before too, with like Vanguard, like when Treyarch is doing somebody else's Zombies, it's not good. Now, Vanguard was a special case. Vanguard, Treyarch was literally in the middle of making Cold War. They had put out D Machina, they had put out Firebase Z. They were working on, I don't even think that the first Outbreak Easter egg had come out. Maybe the Legion boss had come out. I'm not sure. I don't think so even. They had 5 months, though. By the time Activision said, hey, we're taking Zombies away from Sledgehammer and we're giving it to you guys at Treyarch, they had 5 months before the start of Vanguard to do that. Plus, they still had to make another Outbreak Easter egg. They still had to make Mauer der Toten, and they still had to make the Forsaken, not the Forsaken. So they were literally in the middle of their game, and they had zero prep time to do Vanguard. So that's when the game came out. We had what was like 3 different objectives to do. Maybe it was 5, but I think it was like 3 or 4 total objectives that you could do. There's no Easter eggs, no nothing. It was god awful, and it took place on a multiplayer map. So they didn't even have to build something new there. They just turned the lights off. They put in a pack punch machine, put in a little altar over here, and it was terrible. But that was a special kind of circumstance. They've had more time at least for this. But my worry here is because the more I think about it, the more I read about it, the more I hear, like I watch videos and other people that were invited to events. Again, they haven't played it. It's just the stuff that they heard that they were told. Is that this is literally DMZ with zombies thrown into it. It's not. One of the things I said about Outbreak, which was why I don't think it fully worked, was because the maps were not specifically designed for zombies. They were designed for the fire team mode. And when you do zombies on maps that aren't designed for zombies, it doesn't work. It doesn't flow right. And now it's just going to be a kind of bigger open world with zombies thrown into it. I mean, instead of having like the armored guys, like Juggernauts, stuff like that in the DMZ maps, you're just going to get a Panzer instead. It's not going to be. It's DMZ. Just period. It's DMZ, but instead of humans, they're zombies. And instead of Juggernauts, they're like mini bosses. And then instead of the raids with the big bosses, it's going to be, they're not even going to, it's not, don't expect like a keeper from Der Eisendrache or the Legion boss fight or something like that. Maybe at the very end, but I wouldn't expect too much because again, Treyarch their game's coming out next year. They are like working hard right now. I'm telling you, they're working very hard right now, and especially now that Vonderhaar is leaving or has just left. When you have the head guy that's running the studio leave, like that's a shakeup. It's not going to be a completely smooth transition. There's going to be a little bit of like, what's going on? Are we sure we're doing, headed in the right direction and blah, blah, blah. And also Microsoft, the whole sale of Activision is still not complete. It's not finalized yet. So they could have brand new leadership coming in the next month or two, whatever. There's a lot of things kind of up in the air. So my big worry here is now, like I kind of alluded to it earlier, was that are they just thinking like, meaning Activision, like, oh shit, we haven't given the zombies guys really anything since Cold War. I mean, we did the Vanguard thing, which was a disaster, unmitigated disaster. I literally don't know anybody that likes it. I mean, people talk about how Transit's a shit map or whatever, but there are people that love it, and I think they do in a real way. I don't think they do it in an ironic way. I think they just like it. I think that's where they should have gone as far as Outbreak goes, which I thought we were getting was Outbreak 2.0. We're not getting Outbreak 2.0. It's DMZ zombies. It's DM zombies. It's exactly what we're getting. It's not Outbreak 2.0. So when we thought it was Outbreak 2.0, I think I worded it poorly on the poll that I put up, but I was like, do you guys want more of Cold War Outbreak, or would you rather something like Transit? And by something like Transit, I meant that size of a map with that kind of an Easter egg, like a standard Easter egg type of a thing. Not just teleporting to another new map and another new map to do another objective. Like, that's just, I don't know. Objective-based zombies to me is not fun. I having the objectives, just doing objectives, is so repetitive and boring. It just drives me crazy. So my big worry here is that, again, Activision was like, oh shit, we haven't given these guys any zombies since Cold War. We did Vanguard, but we didn't actually give them zombies. We just pissed them off, is what we did. And then flat out for Modern Warfare 2, there was no zombies, obviously. This past year, there's been no zombies, obviously. And going forward, I was said to you guys so many times, when it was announced that like Treyarch was taking an extra year, I was like, look, Activision is not going to go a full year without charging us full price for a new game. They're just not going to do it. And my thought was, hey, how about, because it was supposed to be a Treyarch year and everybody loves it, why don't you remaster in full campaign, multiplayer, and zombies Black Ops 2? Just do a full remaster. Have a team that dedicated, just do a full remaster on that. And you guys can see, now that the servers are fixed for the old games, the matchmaking stuff is fixed. Look how many people are playing that shit, and they fucking love it. We could have had a whole year of like, oh my god, this is awesome, throwback year. And they could have fixed the problems with transit. They could, done something with the denizens, and then made the fog way, tone it way down and make it so you could see through it. Take all the pixels out from BO2. I mean, it's the technology at the time, but make it look good. It could have been a great map. They could have changed some things up with that. So multiplayer fans would have been happy, and zombies fans would have been happy. And instead, we're getting Modern Warfare 3 is releasing multiplayer. Well, the campaign is a continuation of the story that we got from Modern Warfare 2, this past Modern Warfare 2, 2022. Multiplayer is, the maps are, the movement is going to be new movement. It's going to be somewhere between what we have this year and what we had with Vanguard. So be ready for that, for as far as the movement goes, like your players, your characters. And all the maps we're getting upon release are 2009 Modern Warfare 2 maps, remastered. So some people think like, hey, cool. Other people think like, no, but, whatever. Is it a $70 game for campaign? And remastered Modern Warfare 2 maps? Like, I don't know. I asked you guys, do you want to do this? A lot of you are saying no. Objectives are not for zombies, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I just don't enjoy it. BO2 would sell massively. That's my thing, is it would have been, I think it would have been a huge seller. And it would have been, it's Treyarch's year. Plus, Treyarch stepped up big time. Big fucking time, man. Let's not forget this. When we had Modern Warfare 2019, it was supposed to be Vanguard next. And Activision was like, you guys are not getting it done. And we need to pull you, because it's not going to be ready. We need to pull you, meaning Sledgehammer, from next year's release. Hey, Treyarch, can you guys just ramp up production big time and be ready a full year early? And they're like, sure, we can do that. And then they gave us, and then when they started doing that, hey, guess what happened? COVID, worldwide lockdown. Now they're all working from home. But we got a campaign. We got multiplayer, which was good. I didn't like the maps in Cold War, but other than that, I liked the multiplayer. The maps were bad, but I liked the movement. I liked the guns. I liked all that kind of stuff. Maps I thought were pretty bad, though, I got to be honest. And normally track maps are good, but I did not like them. We got zombies. It was too easy as far as I'm concerned. Cold War is like kindergarten level zombies, but still, it was fun. It was grindable and all that kind of stuff. They didn't do a new Warzone map. They remastered for Cold War era the Verdansk map, and then they had the fire team stuff. So like they put out a full game, a full year early during lockdown. Like, that deserves a shit ton of credit. Speaking of Vonderhaar leaving, like, that's leadership. They got it done. I don't know if they were literally, like, virtually whipping people go through the Zoom calls or whatever, but they got it done. So, credit where it's due. That was pretty remarkable. But then, when they did that, then they're in the middle of that game. They got pushed up a year, and they were working from home. And then halfway through that game, they said to the Zombies team, oh, by the way, you guys got Vanguard now. You have 5 months. You're only halfway done with Cold War. So good luck with all of that, you know? Cool. See you later, guys. And you got to imagine they're like, what? Huh? So then that goes by. We have Modern Warfare 2 this year. And at some point, they decided that it was going to be this Modern Warfare 3, this continuation with the remasters of Modern Warfare 2. And Zombies doesn't fit in there anywhere. I mean, Infinity Ward has done Zombies before. Again, we talked about IW Zombies at the beginning, I don't know, a half hour ago, 45 minutes ago. It's one of my favorite Zombies games ever. It's great. I love IW Zombies. But it's never been in a Modern Warfare game. Remember, that was an Infinite Warfare, not Modern Warfare game. I don't think that really matters. But they don't have a Zombies team. Sledgehammer has done Zombies. I mean, we can call it 2.5 times because the stuff that we saw in Vanguard, obviously they had already laid the groundwork. They were working on something. They, done stuff, and I think they took, Treyarch kind of took their foundation and just kind of like, I think probably stripped it down, way down. I don't know. I don't want to start speculating about that. But Exo Zombies, I'll say it again and again and again. The fun part about Exo Zombies is having the exosuit. Why do you work the whole time on just taking away your fucking exosuit, like punishing the player? Doesn't make any sense to me. The steps to those Easter eggs made no fucking sense. It wasn't good. World War II Zombies, the Final Reich, the first map, pretty goddamn good. The steps to that Easter egg and everything made a lot of sense. Like, you could figure it out. Logic based. Going forward, it got worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And then Vanguard again, we already talked about that. So my worry now is it's not even really like what this year is going to be like, because I'm pretty confident I know exactly what this year is going to be like. It's going to be DMZ, but instead of the standard AI, it's going to be Zombies. That's it. And then again, instead of Juggernauts, it's going to be like Mimics and Panzers and stuff like that. And whatever. I can see it all completely. But it just feels like it was such a like, oh, fuck, the Zombies people. What are we going to give them? Like, that's what it feels like we're getting. And then they literally took, well, we're doing this anyway. What can we do? You put some Zombies on DMZs. Yeah, that'll be cool. Do that. And that's what it feels like we're getting. Could it be cool? Sure. I don't know. Obviously I haven't seen it yet. None of, as far as I know, the people out here in this world, other than the people that worked on it, have seen any of it. So could it be awesome? Yeah, but will it be? I bet you money that no, it's not. I'm worried about now. Treyarch is now working on this, doing the DMZ stuff. When are they working on their own game? Like, period. Just like we have Cold War Part 2, whatever it's going to be called, Black Ops 6, whatever you want to call it, coming up. Like, when can we focus on that? Because one of the things, and I didn't blame them for it, for Cold War, because, again, they had 1 year less time to develop it, and they were working from home during a lockdown, a worldwide lockdown for a pandemic. But other than Die Maschine, everything else we got from that was reused assets. Firebase Z came from the campaign. Again, all the Outbreak maps came from Fire Team, whatever stuff that thing was called. That mode. It was a multiplayer mode. My Order Toten came from campaign. Forsaken came from the campaign. When did we decide that Zombies needs to be so completely tied into the campaign or the multiplayer? It's always been great that we have our separate characters on these separate maps that are so much fun. They're different. They're creative. They're out there. Origins, Dreisendrache, Shadows of Evil, Mob of the Dead. That stuff that had nothing to do with the story of Black Ops 2 or Black Ops 3. It was its own thing. Zombies has been its own thing. Yes, the weapons are the same. Sure, fine, whatever. But The mode is separate, and now it's like they're trying to fold everything into one, and it fucking sucks that way. Cool Gamer, I think this mode has huge chance now compared to Vanguard. Vanguard was a fucking... It's an incomplete nothingness. Like, when I think of Call of Duty Zombies, Vanguard literally doesn't even pop into my head. It wasn't a full mode, and it never got there, and I just kind of went over why it wasn't. But it's you can't compare it. Just throw Vanguard into the trash like it doesn't exist, because it basically doesn't exist. Anyway, not the B team that we had for Vanguard. Again, people need to calm down and realize that round base is coming out next year. Well, it's not a matter of calming down or doing whatever. It's when they say, hey, we're giving you a game and you're paying $70 for it, and this is, it's... I mean, speaking of Vanguard, you want to be pissed. Like, that was supposed to be a full-on game mode of zombies, and we got the game, and when the game came out, you could literally spend anywhere between, if you were fast enough, 5 to 10 minutes, and you would have completed everything in that zombies mode. In 5 to 10 minutes, you could have done all 3 objectives, or maybe there was a 4th one, I don't even remember, and been done. So when they advertised that they've got this full-on game mode, that's why I buy Call of Duty now. It's for zombies. It's not for the multiplayer. It's certainly not for the campaign. Campaigns I play once, and I'm done. That's it. So if I'm buying a game because you've promoted the hell out of it, like this is going to be this incredible story, and then you get there and it's like 10 minutes later I'm done, I'm not going to calm down, no. I'm going to be pretty goddamn pissed. So anyhow, like Treyarch keeps getting asked, it seems, to kind of contribute this, do this, how about this, how about this, how about that, instead of just working on their own shit. I just want, like... part of the thing with Microsoft taking over, I just wish that they would have on each, at Infinity Ward, at Sledgehammer, at Treyarch. I don't mind them being completely, like, separate games. I kind of like that they're completely separate games. That you're not trying to do the same thing on each year over year over year over year. And when it's like, here, this person created it, and then, like, you're telling me, like, okay, well, do this thing as well. But, like, do my story. I'm like, okay, it's going to be less good. I'm not going to be fully in there. I don't even know what you're thinking. Like, if you say, hey, go create your own, like IW, and they got to create all their own stuff, brand new maps, like out of the blue, just create this stuff. They had the idea, being a movie studio, kind of, Willard Wyler being the producer, with all these films, and that's going to be the basis of everything, and all that kind of stuff. It's amazing and whatever. It worked out great. This melding of everything into this bland vanilla cocktail that we seem to be going toward is not fun. It's not good. I don't like it. I don't want zombies to be another campaign level map. Go somewhere brand new. Go to Egypt. Give us the pyramid map that we've all been wanting. Go to Antarctica. That could be cool. Go wherever. I don't know. But it shouldn't have anything to do with the campaign. It certainly shouldn't have anything to do with selling us operator skins. Again, they could just, excuse me, give us a dedicated crew. And if you want to sell us bundles, for that, then just sell us different skins and different camos to put on those people. But give us our crew of people. Just give us a new crew, please. New playable characters they have made for zombies are hated by the community. The last time they tried was BO4, which was, only 2 games ago, but yeah. And again, it's one of the things about the community. Again, I hate using that phrase. It's a bunch of people that play zombies. Anything that's not Treyarch initially, like that's the reason why IW doesn't have as great a reputation as I think it should, especially for a first offering, is because it wasn't Treyarch, so people just shat on it immediately. Then BO4 comes out, and having the blue screens was I mean, I can't tell you how much that dampens people's spirits and how much it pisses them off, and how much it kind of sours people's initial. Like, you can't get over the initial impression, right? You only get one chance to make a first impression. It's true. It really is true. Over time, over a lot of time, you can kind of rework that, and I think that's kind of where we are now. When people look back on BO4, like, actually, that's pretty good. You know, I think there are too many steps involved in each of those maps, like each of those Easter eggs. There's just so many steps. But the whole, like, the new crew, and I hate them automatically. It's like always just finding the fault, never finding, like, the good stuff. I agree. Like, people need to chill the fuck out with that stuff and just let it happen a little bit. You know, it's like people that only want Marvel movies forever. And it's like, well, that would be really boring. I would like to see other movies as well. Plus, is Robert Downey Jr. supposed to play Iron Man when he's 85? Or are we going to have to get a new one? And then when we get a new one, you're going to go, oh, but he's not Robert Downey Jr., and this sucks. It's not the one that I grew up on. No, it's not. That's life. Sorry. I don't know. I hate to break it to you, but it's not everything is going to be the same as when you were 12 years old. Things change. Literally, time goes on. So too bad. And people need to get the fuck over that. Yes. And again, it was the whole thing with Outbreak. People, like, instantly, like, I'm not going to be... Outbreaks, no, it's stupid. It's not round-based. It's blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm all right with it. Again, ultimately, I thought Outbreak was kind of boring more than anything else. I don't think it was bad. I think it was a good attempt. I think it was a good first attempt. But it needs to be improved upon. I don't think it's doing DMZ... Literally, it's DMZ that with zombies thrown in is what we're getting this year. I don't think that was the fix. And I don't think it was really like that was the mode that they were like, oh, this is what we really want to present to the community. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think what is happening is Activision's going, hey, we didn't give anything for the zombies people again. And like, shit, what can we do? We got this DMZ mode. By the way, throughout the year, other than maybe the day that the raids came out, who talked about DMZ? Anybody? Was there a lot of talk of DMZ going on that I just missed completely? Because I don't remember people just, like, talking about how great DMZ was all year. Outside of Eric. Eric talked about DMZ. Other than that, I'm unaware. So now they're taking a kind of the lowest version, their lowest played, their least liked mode that they have currently. They're doing it exactly the same from everything that we're reading and everything that we're hearing, and they're just putting some zombies into it. I mean, I'd rather have some zombies than no zombies. I really don't want it to detract from Cold War Part 2, Black Ops 6, Black Ops Gulf War, whatever it's going to be called, next year's game. Treyarch's next game, next year, COD 2024. I just don't want resources being taken away from that. Make us a good game. Give us a full crew. Give us original maps. Stop tying everything into the campaign, the whole story. It's boring. Zombies is fun because it's kind of exotic and it goes different places and it has crazy stories. And it's got nothing to do with the fucking multiplayer in campaign. And it shouldn't have anything to do with it. Just let us have our mode. Again, there's a lot of people that play zombies. There's a lot of people that love it. They're super passionate about it. There's a reason why a $50 DLC was the best-selling DLC ever. A $50 DLC was the best-selling DLC ever for your game. And you keep trying to take that away. You keep trying to change it and make it more vanilla and more bland. Why? I don't understand. I'm excited for the mode. I mean, I don't know how other people feel. I think there's community for it, but I also think the zombies community is pretty upset because it's nothing to do for solo. Well, I don't like that either. I'm a solo player. We'll see. They haven't announced anything yet, so I don't know that there won't be. I don't know that it will, like, again, you can load into DMZ now and it's purely a co-op mode, but you can go in solo and just do no fill. Can you do that with this zombie stuff? But again, if you do that, especially because you're going to be loading in with other teams at the same time, and presumably you might all be going for the same mission, the same storyline thing, like the main storyline, not just go grab a couple little things in exfil, like the main part of the storyline where you would go then to the sub map that's more focused and like go beat the boss, and now you get a cutscene. And that's going to be quote unquote very difficult according to Treyarch. Can you even do that solo? Would you be able to complete that solo? Unless you're like the best player in the world. So like there's 12 people that can do it, but that's it. Like that wouldn't be fun. And especially as a streamer, like, I hop on, I play the maps, and like now I have to go find a crew as well to do that. And now I'm talking to the crew. I can't be talking to you guys. I'm talking to the crew. We're doing this. Like, I mean, if that is the case, be prepared, you guys, to I'll be playing with subs a lot. I mean, because I might not be able to do anything else other than play with subs. So you guys need to be subbed and be ready and have the game. Well, I'm going to have it on both PlayStation and Xbox. So there's a chance that we'll be playing a lot of co-op zombies together on DM Zombies, as we're calling it. Players and people just want to play around based content with actual characters. I understand that. I have a feeling you could go in solo. It'll be difficult, but it won't be that difficult, especially with the outer regions. Yeah, but that's not... The outer region stuff is like that. Okay, that's fine, whatever. But you don't want to dabble. You want to do... Like, I want to get into Horizon Draka. I don't want to just kind of hang out down in the outskirts of the map and kind of like, oh, it looks kind of cool. All right, let's get the fuck out of here before it gets crazy. Like, no, I want to go beat the Easter egg. I want to, beat the keeper and then see the cutscene. Like, that's the stuff that you want to do. So anyway, I mean, it's just kind of where things are at the moment. That's kind of how I'm feeling about it. Again, I've been asking you guys, this one right here, have you already or will you pre-order Modern Warfare 3? 500 votes. 90% of you saying no, you're not going to buy the game. And now, this is obviously most people that watch my channel are Zombies people. And I think they're kind of reacting to, we're getting DMZ with Zombies. We're not getting an actual Zombies mode. And I think people are not kind of happy about that. So then I just put this out a few hours ago. As you can see, if you're not buying it, why? Because DMZ Zombies isn't real zombies. With half the vote, Modern Warfare 2 DLC basically not worth $70. Again, the multiplayer maps are going to be 2009 Modern Warfare 2 maps remastered, and then 12% just don't think it thinks it just doesn't look good. How do you feel about Zombies being basically DMZ? We'll see. So there's a little bit of a wait and see attitude, from at least the people that voted in this one over here. But we're not buying it. We'll see, but I'm not buying it. Or at least they're not going to pre-order, that at least. But we'll see. And this is just 2 days ago. We were so excited that it was announced. Like, we got, and this image came shortly thereafter, that there was going to be Zombies. And it was exciting. It just doesn't feel so exciting anymore. It feels kind of like, oh, God. Another year where we're just forgotten. We are the stepchildren of the Call of Duty world. They say they care, but when it comes down to it, they really don't. So anyway, yeah, that's what it is right now. So David Vonderhaar left Treyarch. He's already in the middle of working on another project. Hopefully, again, until somebody says otherwise, what he's actually working on. In my mind, hey, maybe him and Jason Blundell are working together on another game, and who knows. There's going to be a lot more to do than a lot of people are actually thinking. I mean, maybe again, I'm keeping an open mind. I'm very willing for them to change my mind and go, oh, this is fucking great. But so far, they keep trying to take Zombies and turn it into something that Zombies is not. And in this case, they're trying, like this, they were doing it with Outbreak a bit. And again, I think that Outbreak had potential, but obviously we'll see when next year's game comes out. But they try to make that a much more multiplayer kind of experience. They did it with the round-based stuff as well. When you see, every time you shoot a zombie, you see like the points that you're getting, like, oh, that's 10 points, but you hit them there. Oh, that was a headshot, whatever. It's like the multiplayer screen, like when you 100 points for the kill, 100 points for the kill, just to kind of keep people engaged and all that kind of stuff. And now they're taking Zombies and they're putting it into DMZ. I mean, forget Vanguard. That doesn't count. Throw it away. But now they're turning Zombies literally into DMZ and calling it Zombies. And, I mean, we'll see. Maybe it'll be great. Maybe they will change my mind. I'm not super excited. I'll be completely honest with you. As we sit here right now, I'm not excited about it. I'm more nervous about it. The more I think about it, the more nervous I get. And it's not that DMZ mode isn't fun, but I don't know how replayable it's going to be. I don't love, again, as a solo player, I don't love that it's going to be almost certainly completely squad-based. I'm sure you'll be able to, well, I shouldn't say I'm sure because I don't know. You can probably load in solo, but then to actually do the main story missions that are going to be, according to Treyarch, very difficult. Can you do that solo? Like, will it even really be possible or, even remotely feasible to do it solo? And it doesn't sound like it. And I fucking hate that because I am a solo player. I have no friends. And for streaming, honestly, to do it with, finding squads and doing whatever, it doesn't make streaming and me communicating and talking to you guys have this kind of connection that we're, trying to have. That makes it way harder. From time to time, it's fun. But for the most part, it's, me and you guys. Not me and you guys. Well, not me and these three guys, and then you guys watching us three guys. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Glass half full guy. Oh, we have a failed multiplayer mode. Put Zombies in it. But that's what it feels like, right? I mean, I'm not wrong about that, right? Like, that's what it feels like. It's like we've got this mediocre multiplayer mode, Fire Team, whatever they called it. I think it was just called Fire Team in Cold War. Throw some zombie shit into it. It's another mode. It's a new mode. They're doing this, and again, I think they just completely fucked up. I think they should have just fully remastered BO2. It would have been, I think, a way better idea, and probably financially better for them as well, but whatever. And then they realized at some point, like, oh, fuck, we didn't give the Zombies guys anything again. Oh, my God. We totally forgot about those losers. What can we do? We can't just put it in multiplayer. Like, that would be weird if there's a fucking mimic running around when you're playing Hardpoint. You can't do that. Warzone, I mean, no, Warzone's a PvP kind of a thing. Like the whole point is to fight each other. But we have that DMZ thing where you're fighting the AI. Yeah, just instead of human AI, just make it zombie AI. Yeah, go ahead. Go. Yeah, that's done. Zombies done. We fucking knocked it out of the park again, guys. Woo! Let's go get some champagne. Zombies in 2024 is going to be way better than this. It can't be worse, Austin. It literally couldn't be worse. What's up, Big Nap? I shouldn't say that. I mean, again, this might turn out to be a lot of fun. It's not going to be zombies though, right? It's just not going to be. It's not going to be doing the Easter eggs like we've done in the past and all that kind of stuff. It's not going to be that. And again, it's not like I'm not saying you can't change. That's fine. But it'd be like if you took multiplayer and just said, okay, we don't have team deathmatch anymore. We don't have hardpoint anymore. We don't have domination anymore. That's gone. S&D? No. We don't have that anymore. What we have is for you guys to just go sit in a room and talk to each other. And no guns. No punching and no knives and none of that stuff either. Okay? So just go hang out and talk. That's what they're doing with zombies. Like taking the mode and just saying, you don't get that anymore. Here, it's now a multiplayer mode. And again, I really want Microsoft to buy them, and I want Microsoft to set a team. Like, I really want it to be individual studios again. I hate all this crossover stuff that's going on. Like for graphical issues and all that kind of stuff, like, you know, a little bit of the coding, whatever. But I'm talking about the creative stuff. It should be Infinity Ward has their game, Sledgehammer has theirs, Treyarch has theirs, and then each one of those three studios, main studios, they have their sub stuff, whatever. You're going to have a campaign, you're going to have multiplayer, and you're going to have zombies. Each one. All work on stuff different. I'm fine. Even if we got another Exo Zombies, like Exo Zombies 2 is coming, like, all right, it's going to be different for a year. It's not going to be what I love the most. Almost guaranteed. But it'll be different. It'll be interesting. There's something to do. Again, I will take aggressively bad Transit over boring Firebase Z. Firebase Z is the most boring fucking map ever because it's brown and beige and dull. They'll do traditional round-based in 2024? Yes. I mean, I would certainly hope so. One thing I hope to do is make it feel more like a zombies-themed map. Well, that's the other thing. It's like they're taking an existing... Again, as part of the huge problem with Outbreak, to my mind at least, is it wasn't designed for zombies. It was designed for something completely different. And then you're throwing zombies onto it, and it just doesn't fit. Like, it's not awful, but there's not, like, the complete symbiosis thing going on here. We're not melding perfectly. This is not, you know, the fantastic alchemical, you know, I'm stumbling all over my words. Mixture here. It's okay, but it's not right. Like, there's always something a little bit wrong about it, right? It just feels kind of off. Like, it's never completely like what you want. It's okay. Sometimes it's fun. Once I play Outbreak for like 2-3 days, though, I'm like, I'm done. And literally, when I think about it, I'm like, no. It actually kind of brings me down a little bit, of like how boring and kind of repetitive shit is. So, yeah. Having a zombies feel, and I know that's kind of this nebulous thing, but the feel is important. And we haven't had that for a while. We'll see. I'm more than happy to be proven wrong and like for this to turn out phenomenally well. Like, I would be so happy. Believe me, I'm trying to make, you know, zombies videos and live streams and do whatever, like, and put them out and have people watch them. Believe me, I want it to be great. I want you guys to be like, this is fucking awesome, because then I'll just like pumping out videos left and right. I'll be doing this 24/7. Streams will be great. My videos will be great. Good views on everything. We'll see. More like scavenger zombies than non-high round things. So, yeah. What's crazy is zombies began as a fun side mode, and those themselves love playing. Yeah, it's corporate think is getting in the way. Corporate. Like, this is what we need to do to increase profits of blah 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 blah, and they're making everything this homogenous, one size fits all everything. And it's partially, honestly, why I just talked about why I hate Firebase Z, how brown and beige everything is. It's just boring. And we've had these desert-style maps the last couple of years. Brown and beige and boring. I thought even, like, Verdansk was, like, I liked Verdansk, but overall it's kind of, like, gray and dull a little bit. What's wrong with vibrant colors? I don't understand. When did we all of us just decide that it's terrible? I'm okay with colors. I look out my window and I can see red and green and yellow, and there's blue over there. Like, it's not just this wall of beige. And we're doing the fucking Gap for everybody. Everybody has to wear Gap clothes now. Put on your khakis and your button down. Be good. Fuck you. Oh, I'm getting mad. I'm gonna go put on some Nirvana. Are you gonna do any DMZ streaming to prep, or are you gonna keep it off stream? We haven't had that since Jason Blundell, I know. I was thinking last night while I was playing, like, I could definitely stream some of it. I want to kind of like I could definitely stream some of it. I don't really know what I'm doing yet. I played 4 matches, I think, something like that, and I successfully exfilled each time. I did get taken down a few times and had to be you plead for help and they pick you back up like that. That's cool. I don't know why do they have other people on DMZ like in that mode. I don't understand it. Like, I guess you could steal their stuff, but like you don't know what they have, and you don't have a lot of stuff that you can carry and take away. Like, it's not like you can generally just get a whole bunch of stuff. It just feels like it's you against the AI, and then some douchebag comes along like, oh, good, I killed you. Like, okay, good for you. I kind of don't know why they have other people on it, or I don't know why they would not that they can't be other people on it. Just from a like each person can't have their own massive map, but like that you can't have crossfire. Like you could team up or something, but you can't kill each other. Just doesn't really make sense to me very much, but I don't know. But streams definitely could be coming for that. I might I might do it all solo. I might see if you guys want to play a little bit. I don't know. The new gear will be the selling point to sell the bundles. Well, that's all it is, though. That's what they always do. Like, that's the operator stuff. Is that they keep it generic, the people generic, so that way they can just sell you more bundles, more bundles, more bundles, more bundles, more bundles. Why they couldn't do that? Like, again, they had a Samantha character on Cold War, which I bought. It's the only bundle I've ever bought. But they ended up coming out with like 6 or 7 different skins for it. Like, I don't understand their thinking. I really don't. They're destroying. I mean, it really feels like they're doing their best to destroy what Zombies was, and turning it into a boring nothingness. It's okay to take swings and miss. Again, I will take aggressively bad over boring. And they keep going for the boring route, and I think they're going to fuck themselves eventually. And then, by so doing, fuck us in return. From the business perspective, this Zombies mode might be really good for content creators. We have to remember we're in the minority when it comes to zombies. I don't know about that, Eric. I got to be honest with you, man. I don't know a single... No, the only person... Greg FPS, because he's been playing DMZ all year. I know that. And he's been doing all the raids and all that stuff, and he likes it. So he put out a video yesterday, I think it was, and said it on Twitter. Like, he's, genuinely looking forward to it. It could be fun. Could be a lot of fun. He likes DMZ. He likes zombies. So for him, this might turn out to be a bit of a dream, year for him. I don't think zombies players in general are excited about this. I just don't. Because, again, throughout the year, who was talking about DMZ mode? Who? Have you been watching a ton of videos about DMZ stuff all year? Or did you watch Outbreak? I mean, fucking Warzone and multiplayer stuff or whatever, and then, let's face it, you probably switched over to, like, Fortnite or CSGO or Valorant or something like that. There are more active ZMZ players than Warzone. Is that true? Like, how come it's nobody ever talks about it? Like, I never hear anybody talking about DMZ. The only person that I know, and maybe it's just because these are the people that I follow, are more like multiplayer. But like the Warzone people don't play it. They do it once and then they go back to Warzone. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Again, the only person that I'm even aware of that is kept up with this stuff all year is. I mean, I know Eric. I know you do. I'm talking like content creator type people. Is Greg FPS? So I don't know, but DMZ streams would be awesome. I can help with any questions you might have. Yeah, I'm gonna have a lot. I'm gonna have a lot. I already have like what the fuck. There's so many. I mean, I played it for like maybe 2 hours or something like that last night. So obviously, I don't know really what's going on yet. I think as far as the amount of time that I've spent compared to the stuff that I have so far is not bad. You know, again, having like a full 3 armor vest and a upgraded backpack, but I don't know. Firebase Z and Forsaken were terrible. I don't disagree. Forsaken had potential, but I mean, well, it had potential, and I don't think it went anywhere. Again, it just okay. I like those maps as a casual player. There's a big DMZ community. Trust me. Okay. I mean, I believe you. Again, maybe it's just the people that I follow. I don't see any of it. I don't see any of it. I haven't since the beginning of the year. Since, you know, when the game came out. Like, I haven't seen anything. Other than, you know, when the occasional raid comes out, they did, what, like 4 raids? Oh, excuse me. Jesus Christ. And that's like, you know, a one-day thing. It's kind of like Destiny. Oh, Destiny 2 has another raid coming. Oh, my God, everybody's so excited. And then 6 hours later, nobody gives a fuck again, you know? Check out Westy's channel. He puts like 2K viewers a day streaming DMZ. Their name is Westy? I don't know. I'll look it up. Anyway, I was hoping for Outbreak 2.0. I was hoping for Outbreak done better. That is not what we're getting. So, okay. All right, let's stop promoting other people's channels in my friggin' chat. I'm just messing around. Thank you. I'll check out those guys. Is it on YouTube or are they on Twitch, by the way? Or both, probably, right? YouTube? Okay. Yeah, I was hoping for... Because, again, I didn't mind Outbreak. I couldn't play it all year. Like, if that was the only mode that I had to play, like, it would kind of start driving me crazy and be like, okay, I can't... Again, there's just kind of that middle kind of... It's just placid nothingness. And then the objective, doing the same objectives. And even, like, that there were, like, 8 total objectives... There were really only like 4 because they were basically the same ones, you know, like, but technically it was different. Like, go there and bring it back. Like, okay, but there's another one, like, go follow this. It's all the same. Or instead of bringing it back, just go there and defend the thing. Like, okay, it's the same shit. So, like, to do that for a full year would have been like, no. But if they had found a way, and I was racking my, but I talked to you guys a bit about it as well. Jesus Christ. To find a way through that kind of boring aspect of it, you know, like the thing with round-based is, you know, like on the first few rounds, like you're getting, you know, it's slow and it's boring, but you're trying to build up points. You have to buy a door to be able to go to the next area. In Outbreak, you just go. You don't need money to go anywhere in Outbreak. You just go. What if you just simply added doors into, you know, or barriers that you had to pay to get into the next area? Doesn't have to be, you know, $1,500 doors, or, you know, you adjust the cash that you earn to you know, flow with the game mode itself. But what if you had to make your way from area to area rather than just everything's wide open and then you just do an objective and go to another wide open area and do the same shit? What if you had to earn your way through that map? What if it was just basically a big fucking map Easter egg? Like Transit. Again, done better than that. I wasn't. Again, I put that poll out, and people were like, "Oh yeah, remake Transit." Like, no, that's not what I'm saying. I mean, it would be cool if they did, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm like saying like that size and that style of an Easter egg, rather than what we got as far as size and style on Outbreak. So, I don't know, man. I hope it's a great year. I think, I'm going to be playing more. I'm sorry for yawning, by the way. Again, I told you I've only slept for like 3 hours, and I was just like, you know what? I'm up. This is driving me crazy. I want to get it off get it out of my head and onto you guys. now, you guys have to deal with the shit that I've been thinking about. Okay, I'll check out this Westy guy. But yeah, I mean, as it stands right now, I am not super hopeful, but I am also completely open to being wrong. And I hope it's great. And I hope I get in there and I'm like, this is so much fun. I hope that's the case. I genuinely do, and I'm going to be playing again. I played DMZ for the first time, literally last night for like 2.5 hours, whatever it was, plus the event yesterday, the Shadow Siege event. Again, if you want to do that, you can get the M13C, the new weapon, which is very good. It's a new assault rifle. It's very easy to complete. There is a guide on my channel. It's the latest video on my channel. You can go check it out. It's like a 2.5-minute video. That's how easy it is. It is so easy to do. And you only have until the 21st to complete that. So if you've not done it, you've been waiting for like the lobbies to die down a bit and matchmaking to be a little bit smoother, do it soon. Do it soon. Because you'll forget and then you'll be pissed. Hope they have grindable camos. I mean, they'll definitely have some something like that. Some kind of camo grind for sure. You would think anyway, although maybe they'll do a thing like where you actually go and physically pick up a camo. Like you pull the blueprint camo out of a safe, when DMZ mode style. So I don't know. It could be something like that. So what do you guys think of the new Mimic? This is like the more advanced Mimic. The stuff that we had in Cold War was the old one. So this is the 30 years later. This is what Mimics evolved into. They have skulls on the top of their back / neck / head area now. I don't know. I don't know why we still have Mimics. I honestly don't get that, really. But whatever. Okay. Hope the reach and bite is better. Everything transferring. So, yeah, as far as like camos and weapons. And yeah, by the way, that's another thing too. So if you want to be ready, like if you are like me and you haven't played DMZ all year, it's a good time to get ready for it. I've never used a shotgun all year in Modern Warfare. I don't use shotguns in multiplayer. I just think they're so just the way they are. They're so super cheap. They're so good. So although with this coming up like DMZ, I don't know. Maybe I'll have it try to upgrade it as a secondary and have it be good. I did use it my first game in because I killed one of the guys, one of the AI guys, and he had a shotgun, and I took his shotgun. I don't remember what it was called, but it was really powerful, very powerful. I was like mapping the AI, man. They were I was in this room with some kind of restaurant that I was like doing this holdout in. Anybody poked their head in the door, like, boom, instant down, fucking, you're dead. So easy. All right, I'm tired. I'm gonna go get a nap. Oh Jesus. I thank you for listening to my rambling. Again, I don't know if I've ever done a stream like this where it's just like, hey, this is just what I'm thinking about the game. I always play, and normally you don't get this until like the end of my streams after I played for like 3-4 hours, and then I'm like, all right, guys, the playing's done. Now it's just me talking and bullshitting for another hour at the end of a stream. So instead, I bullshitted for an hour and 40 minutes for the whole stream this time. I don't know, you guys. I think the consensus from you guys is not sure how it's going to be, but I'm hopeful. And that's fine. That's great. I am too. I'm hopeful as well. I mean, I'm definitely more pessimistic than you guys are as far as what I think will end up happening. But again, I very much hope I'm wrong. Sounds like the Bryson. I think that was it, Big Nap. Love the rambles as always. I know, man. And that's why you keep coming back, just to hear me just shoot this shit about nothing. Yeah, that's just what I'm thinking about it. I know I didn't even really get remotely everything out. The real thing for me is I just hope that, tried to go over a little bit of the history of the last few years of what happened with, Sledgehammer being taken out of the rotation, sent back a year, and Treyarch being pulled up. Oh, my God, dude. Eric, I thought I banned you from donating anymore. Like, you're supposed to stop and not do that anymore. Thank you very much for the $5 dono. It should pop up on the screen here in a second. It's only supposed to be like a 3-second delay. But I think that, I don't know why. We'll let that kind of roll through. I know. Yeah, and then with Cold War, Treyarch getting pushed up a year, then working from home, then there it pops up. So thank you again for that, man. I appreciate it very much. I really do. I really wish you would stop. But thank you very much. How was your burgers the other night, by the way? Mine was pretty good. I still have leftovers. That's going to be my lunch today. Although I finished my pasta salad last night, so I have to go to the store again. Yeah, and then they get pushed up a year, then pandemic, they're working from home. Then in the middle of their game that they got pushed up a year on, they say, hey, take over Vanguard Zombies, on top of doing the one that they're already doing, in the middle of doing. And then, they finally say, hey, you know what? We need another year, dude. We're dying over here. And Activision goes, okay, it's fine. And then the way, again, they should have just remade Black Ops 2. I swear to God, would have made so much money for them. They should have just done that. But they didn't. They decided to do this Modern Warfare 3 thing. And I swear that Activision just forgot, like, oh, shit, zombies. Treyarch? I know you're in there, guys. Please, I know. We keep making you do extra things, but please, guys, we need this. And then, like, okay, but we're doing the minimum amount of work here. So what? What do you want? Can you give us a little bit of zombies this year? We're not coming up with new maps and shit. We're not doing that. All right. Do like the whole Outbreak thing, but we don't have Fire Team anymore. So how about DMZ? Because that's AI. Just switch out the AI for the zombies. Right? That's cool. And that's how I feel this is right now. And I'm really worried about that. I hope it's not that. I really hope it's not that. But that's what I think it is. And I don't want next year's game, as much as I want some kind of zombies this year, I really don't want an actual zombies game to be diminished because they keep getting spread too thin on everybody else's shit. Again, when Microsoft takes over, every development studio should have campaign, multiplayer, and zombies. And they have individual studios working on their individual games so they will feel separate from each other. It's good that they feel separate from each other. Sometimes one of those games isn't going to fly. People aren't going to like it. It's just the nature of the beast. Take chances. Stop being so vanilla and fucking boring and beige. It sucks. They were good. I forgot to cook bacon to put on it, though. Oh, man. I got distracted by something. You're probably watching a stream or something at that time. That's what the Vanguard... I really don't understand why YouTube put that stupid heart emoji thing down in the bottom right-hand corner, so I can never see the final... what the latest thing in chat is. I can never read the full thing because it's cut off by this stupid heart thing. So I can't fully read what you're trying to say there, Big Nat, but something about Vanguard, and Vanguard sucked my ass. All right, that's it. I'm tired. My voice is going away because I'm shouting, apparently. I don't know. I hope it'll be great. I genuinely hope it'll be great. I want it to be great. There's no reason for me to not want it to be great. I have a YouTube channel. This is what I'm trying to do for a living. Get some sleep, take care of yourself. Yeah, I mean, I just need to get back on a real schedule. I mean, it behooves me personally and financially and all that if it's a exciting game that you guys love. And as you know, if I love it too, on top of it, great. That's not necessary though for me to love it. If you guys do, that's all I really need. And then if I love it too, then it's okay, just win-win all around. So I hope it is great. Maybe it will be. I would love to be proven wrong about this. I genuinely would love to be proven wrong about this. That it's not just some kind of add-on like, oh fuck, we forgot those guys again. They're gonna be pissed. Let's not have another Vanguard situation. And then they looked at their watches and they're like, but it might be. All right. That's it, guys. I have nothing like recorded or set up for tomorrow or the next day or whatever. I don't know what's coming up. So I will stream something, I'm sure, very soon. I don't know what it will be exactly. It could be DMZ stuff. It could be zombie stuff. I'm starting to get a little bit of a hankering for some IW zombies again, though. It feels like it's been a while. So maybe I'll do that. All right. That's it, guys. Have a great day. Eric, thank you again for the 5. You really need to stop, man. You need to stop. Big Nap, thank you. Frine, everybody else that showed up. There was, talking in the chat and leaving a like on the stream and subscribing if you're new. Appreciate you. I'll catch you very soon with something. Don't know what it'll be, but it'll be fun.